Greetings. This is a public service announcement from the Clips Cooperative. Please stand by.
What is a physical body? The body is merely an object. It is a form of existence far too impure to store the gods within us called souls. Now you will remember. You must awaken. Awaken your soul. Do you want to know the greatest and also the worst device that humans ever invented?
It's
social media. Social media
controls people by bombarding them with information until they lose their sense of reality.
Social media
Has created a people who believe instantly in dramatic fantasies, who can be controlled by tiny dots of light.
Your appearance now is what we call residual self-image. It is the mental projection of your digital self.
This isn't real.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain. This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call
Instagram.
To become secure, I have to have value. I want to be worth something. I want to be worth enough to attract the attention of others.
But your value is something you have to find for yourself. You have to find it, Shinji.
I have no value without it. Then what am I? Representations. Everything is merely a description, not the real myself. Everything is simply a shape, a form, an identifier to let others recognize me as me. But then, what am I? Is this me? My true self? My fake self? What is it that I am?
Who are you? There is little difference between how you interpret yourself and how the others interpret you.
Right. My clothes, my shoes, my room. These are all parts of what makes up myself.
The only one who can take care of you and understand you is you, yourself.
So you must take care of yourself.
But with only myself, I have nothing to interact with. It's as if I'm here, but not here at all. It's as if I'm slowly fading out of existence.
Because only you are here.
Only myself?
Without others to interact with, you cannot truly recognize your own image.
My own image?
That's right. In the act of observing others, you may find and recognize yourself.
Your self-image is restrained by having to observe the barriers between yourself and others.
And yet, you cannot see yourself without the presence of others.
Because there are others, I can perceive myself as an individual. If I am alone, then I will be the same without others. For if this world is only of me, then there will be no difference between me and nothing.
Honestly expressing yourself. Now, it is very difficult to do. Okay? I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things, you see what I mean? Blinded by it. Or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, now that, my friend, is very hard to do, and you have to train. You have to keep your reflexes so that when you want it, it's there. When you want to move, you're moving. And when you move, you are determined to move. Not taking 1 inch, not anything less than that.
A currency is literally something we use to attribute value to a good or service. In social media, these likes, the comments, the shares, they've become this form of social currency by which we attribute value to something. In marketing, we call it the economy of attention. Everything is competing for your attention, and when you give something a like or a piece of that finite attention, it becomes a recorded transaction attributing value, which is great if you're selling albums or clothing. The problem is that in our social media, we are the product, and we're letting others attribute value to us. You know someone or are someone that's taken down a photo because it didn't get as many likes as you thought it would.
Psychologist B.F. Skinner found that mice would respond to certain stimuli they knew resulted in a reward more often when the reward came at variable times.
This theory can also be applied to social media and the times we check it looking for a reward in terms of a like, comment, or message. We habitually check our accounts, but we are not always rewarded. Maybe this photo didn't get the amount of likes you wanted, so you will try again and again and again, looking for that reward.
So what is the long-term effect of too much information? The polarization of the electorate? A meaner spiritness?
And false information as well, because the whole fake news thing.
Pick one. It's not just one. That's the flavor of the day. Every day is something else. People have to understand, are you using your device or is your device using you? Can you put it down? Can you turn it off? Well, over and over and over. Cycle. What is the long-term effect of too much information? If you're sitting there and you're thinking it's the gospel, what I'm saying to people is, to all of us, I'm not knocking the phone. What I'm saying is we have to understand, we have to at least ask ourselves, around the world, you here in England, wherever you are, what is it doing to us?
Mankind. The advent of computers and the subsequent accumulation of incalculable data has given rise to a new system of memory and thought parallel to your own. Humanity has underestimated the consequences of computerization.
How quickly does the intention drift away from us? In times like these, it's important to remind yourself why we do what we are doing. It's healthy to let the mind wander. It's dangerous for the mind to get lost. If you get caught up scrolling, ground yourself with your original intention. This concludes the Clips public service announcement. Godspeed.